Have you noticed how some women seem to come alive as they age and others just get older? There are some women who seem to age in reverse, even. I want to talk to you about the 5 key ways about how to keep your calendar age and your physical age aligned, maybe even to help your body feel younger than the numbers that are on your birthday cake. So these women who seem to be aging in reverse, it's not because they're chasing perfection. It's not because they've discovered some magic supplement. And it's not because they have good genes. That can play a little bit of a role. But truth is, they simply live differently. Their energy is different. Their habits are different. Their mindset is different. And over time, those small daily habits, the choices that they make, either speed up their aging or slow it down. So, those 5 key points I mentioned earlier, let's jump into them. Number 1, aging is natural. Decline, it's not inevitable. So, what's happened in our modern day culture is that we've kind of normalized fatigue, stiffness, poor sleep, gaining weight as we age, and low energy. It's everywhere. There's so much stress and pressure on us that these things are natural outcomes unless we're being intentional with our health habits. A lot of symptoms people blame on aging, they're also very lifestyle based and driven. So our bodies, they respond to what we repeatedly do. As I often say to my health coaching clients, what we do most matters most. So here's the key thing. Your body, it keeps score of your habits, the things that are happening over and over. And there's a compounding effect that happens whether we're spiraling upward or doing the opposite and going down. All right, point number 2. Physical age versus calendar age. The calendar age, that's the number of years that we've been alive, but our physical or biological age, how we're aging on a cellular level, that is how your body functions. So, for example, our daily energy, our strength, our mobility, our agility, our metabolic health, how quickly we recover after an illness or injury, and our mental sharpness. All of these things can be very different, physical versus calendar age. So the key here, you can be 62 chronologically, like me, and functionally look and feel like you're in your 40s or early 50s. It's absolutely possible. And I'm not talking about injections, and I'm talking about your energy and all of the things I just mentioned. On the flip side, you can be functioning like you're 70 or 80, which I don't think most people want to do. So, our third point is that women who age well usually master the basics. What am I talking about? Nothing extreme, not punishment. You don't have to be a superwoman to make this happen. So, strength training is a key thing. And this really is a game changer because what happens is after the age of about 35 or 40, we're naturally losing muscle mass. 1% per year. And that sounds small and it happens really quietly, but it's consistent. And if we're not working to maintain it, this is one of the things that I stress most with my fitness training clients, the women who I connect with over Zoom for those weekly sessions and helping them maintain their strength and all of the things that go along with that. They're much less prone to diabetes. Their body composition is more in balance, their fat to muscle ratio, and so many other positive things that come from it. So the other thing, the basics, walking, more than just counting steps, it's maintaining that minimum baseline for not leading a sedentary life. What am I talking about? 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity every week and that works out to be about 30 minutes most days. That's what we want to hit. Moderate intensity is raised heart rate. So just taking out the dog for a walk, unless it's a greyhound or something and is pulling you by the leash and not stopping for breaks, is probably not enough to get your heart rate up. All movement is good, but hitting that minimum of 150 minutes. Plus, there's at least 2 strength training sessions a week. I try and hit every other day and mix in my own cardio, and it really is a game changer. So a couple other points on mastering the basics: protein, focus, and whole foods, variety, and minimizing the ultra processed foods. Prioritizing sleep, hitting at least 7 hours a night, ideally. Proactively managing stress, because when we're constantly overproducing cortisol and in that go, 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 that chronic stress takes a toll, not just on our metabolism, but generally on our health. It causes inflammation and so many other problems. Another point, the basics: hydration, having a system to make sure that you're meeting the minimum every day consistently has so many profound effects, not just on the way our skin ages, but the way our organs function and even on our ability to lose weight. And last but not least, our mindset and the way we show up for ourselves, show ourselves self-love and respect is really key in this whole mastering the basics equation. So I'd love to talk to you more about that. I focus mainly on habits and mindset to help women be more intentionally healthy and get their habits aligned so they can age with a lot of vengeance. Forget about grace. We're aging with intention and vengeance. Okay, so the key here in this third point is that healthy aging, it's less about hacks and products that we might buy to help us look younger. And it's more about being consistent with our own self-care habits, despite all the pressure to let things kind of fall by the wayside. All right, point number 4, stress. It accelerates aging. So when we are in the chronic stress state, we're overproducing the stress hormone cortisol. And what happens then is it has lots of metabolic effects to bring our metabolism down primarily. And that's why it's so common for stressed out women to see weight gain. There's also, perimenopause and menopause that play into this, but that's a whole nother topic. When we're caregiving to maybe our kids who are maybe in their teens or later, young adults, and also we have aging parents, and we're that sandwich generation, it can cause so much imbalance and stress. So being proactive about managing it is key. We've also got, businesses, career demands, just general emotional exhaustion. Maybe even we've fallen into a people-pleasing pattern. None of these things serve our health well. And the key here is you cannot heal and thrive when you're always in survival mode. So we want to step out of that and be in a self-care focused mode. All right, last but not least, point number 5, our identity. It really does matter. So women who thrive see themselves as worthy of self-care. They don't wait for motivation, and they don't rely on willpower. They invest consistently in their well-being, and they know that asking for help and support in the journey is not a weakness, it's a strength. And lastly, in the identity area, the women who are really thriving, they build their habits from self-respect, not from self-criticism. We know that inner critic voice, it never is helpful. We cannot beat ourselves into change. We can love ourselves into change and come from a doorway of curiosity. And it is really a game changer. So key point here is the goal in our self-care journey, it's never about punishment. We cannot punish ourselves into a well state. It's about to love yourself into better habits. Oh, bonus point number 6. It's never too late. No matter your age, your strength, what the scale is telling you, you can have more energy every day. You can get stronger. You can change your habits. Reversing sedentary patterns absolutely is possible. Reducing your stress, all of these things, changing your eating patterns. I've partnered with women in their 60s and 70s who have completely changed their habits to be more supportive, gone from people who say, oh, I hate exercise, to ones who love it and look forward to it. And have 26 now have shed more than 50 pounds by partnering with me without anything extreme or gimmicky. So I want you to know, no matter where you are, however, how kind of stuck you might feel, low energy, it's possible to rewire and move towards that healthier future self that you envision for you. The body, it really is remarkably responsive when we begin treating it well and do that with consistency. So I want you to know that if you're a woman in midlife who's tired of feeling stuck, exhausted, or disconnected from your body, you're not too old, you're not too far gone. Small changes practiced consistently can completely change how you age. If this message has resonated with you, please leave a comment and tell me, what's one habit that helps you feel younger, stronger, more vibrant, more energized? And if you're looking for more support, creating a sustainable wellness habit and mindset without anything extreme, quick fix, or gimmicky, or diet related, I'd love to connect with you. I'm health coach Gayle of Y Powered Health Coaching, where we make small, consistent steps for big and lasting change. Take good care of you.